You got a 2-day trial before I take back my time and make you pay. 30-day trial before I made my mind. It is always trials and tribulations.
Hey y'all, I decided to do a lock journey video. So here my son and I are at 1 month and 1 week locked. Locks are definitely a journey, but we are entrusting ourselves to enjoy our journey. Here it is October 1st of 2024. We got started on July 26th of 2024. Here I am now adding timestamps to some of the videos. All I can say is this year has been very trying with my hair. My children have been embracing theirs, and because I am so used to my natural big fro or my long straight hair or just my curly hair, embracing this journey has been a little tough for me. Especially because my hair texture is different than theirs. So I always felt kind of unkept, where my children just didn't care. I initially started this process because my son Braylon didn't want to cut his hair, but he hates to get braids. He's very tenderhead. So to respect his decision of keeping his hair, I decided to take him to get locks to see if that would help. And lo and behold, it helped. He didn't flinch. He loves his locks. He doesn't mind sitting to get his hair done. I decided to get mine done the same day because I had been wanting locks for a very long time. I don't know if you guys are new here or if you guys are a member of the squad, but you know that I used to get locks a lot, like faux locks on top of my real hair a lot. So I just decided, why not just go ahead and start my journey with my natural hair and just lock it. My daughter actually, Bailey, she actually asked for locks the same day that Braylon and I had come home. But I wanted to give her a few months to decide if she really wanted them. I do know that if she did not, or if she wants to in the future, that they can be combed out. My grandmother was locked for 20 plus years. She cut her locks and restarted them, and next time she combed them out, her hair was very beautiful, very healthy. She started my locks when I was 12, but because of my hair texture, it was taking too long for it to lock, and I decided I wanted to comb mine out. I wish I had not, because your girl would be very mature and very far into her lock journey now. But with that being said, I respected my daughter's decision because she continued to ask me for locks. So I took her and got her locks started, I want to say in October of 2024. This is me at 6 months. Yes, it was definitely time for my retwist, but at this point, I believe I was starting to love my locks. But it's so crazy because I would go from loving them to, really being discouraged by them to loving them again. But ultimately, I knew that I wasn't going to give up on my journey. I was going to embrace it in all of its ups and downs and twists and turns. And having my partner be so supportive of my journey and loving me through it all, seeing me as this beautiful individual, no matter how my hair looks, has definitely made it so much easier to go through. I'll tell you guys something funny. When it's time for retwist, I'm always like, let me hurry up and do y'all some maintenance to at least the front of y'all hair so that people don't know that you need a retwist. And my kids are always like, well, what's wrong with people knowing we need retwists? We love our hair. And, that just lets me, that makes me feel so wonderful because I raised children who are so confident within themselves and just love themselves and are embracing their journey. And that just gives me the confidence to continue to embrace mine. At this point of my journey, on this picture, I'm 8 months locked, and you can see that my texture is starting to change and it is starting to embrace the locks. If you notice at the very front of my perimeter, my locks were very big and I didn't like it. So this year in August, I had my loctician split the perimeter of my locks. So the first row of my, as you can see there, they're very large. The first row of my hair has only been locked since August of this year. So they're still, you know, new, but because she wanted them to catch up with the others faster, she kind of has been, what is it called, insta-locking my first 4 locks in the front of my head, just to make them catch up with the other locks since I'm so far into my journey. Well, not far. I'm like 17 months locked at this point in time. This picture is from when I was 11 months, and as you can see, I started playing around with some hair jewelry and just embracing the journey. Like I said, it's very tough. At this point in this video, as you can see, my hair texture is starting to really do what it's supposed to do. I'm not fully mature in this picture, but you can see that drastic change in my journey. It has been so beautiful just loving on myself and, you know, forcing myself to go through this journey has just really been, I can't say a peaceful one, but a beautiful, meaningful one. It has been stressful, but just rocking it out and loving on myself has made me so much stronger as an individual. Here, my daughter asked me, could I dye her hair? And my daughter is 7 years old, so obviously my answer was no. But I did decide to go ahead and add her some fake unicorn colored pink hair into her hair. I wrapped it around her locks just to give her a few little pops of color. And she loved it. So, you know, I was happy with that. So that's something that I will continue to do throughout her journey. Just let her embrace her journey and express herself. At this point of the video, I am now just adding in snippets of pictures throughout the last year of how all of our hair was. My daughter here, she was headed to a birthday, so I just went ahead and retwisted her perimeter. The rest of her hair definitely needed a retwist. Here I am about to get faux locks on top of my natural locks for the first time. At this point, you can see I'm playing in my hair. I'm starting to love it. I had got my nose pierced, but I was actually headed out of town because I had gotten married in April. So April 20th of 2025, I got remarried. And so here is the style that I went with. We went out of town and I didn't want to, you know, go through the ups and downs of my hair and how I was feeling. I wanted to be super confident. So I went with the style. Here, it's so crazy. My daughter, Nova, and my daughters Nala both asked for locks. I was telling them that they needed to wait till they were a little older, but they have continued to ask. So I finally decided, why not just go ahead and let them start their journey? They asked. I know that I can always comb them out if they ever want them combed out, so it's no big deal. So I started their journeys this year on December 21st of 2025. Nova is currently 3. Here is Nala. She had woken up early because her bonnet had fallen off. She's currently 4, and I started her locks the same day, December 21st, 2025. So excuse her face. She had just woken up in a panic because her bonnet had fallen off, and she wanted me to put it back on. So I started theirs, as you can see, with comb coils. Here's Braylon. He got started the same day as me. Here's Bailey. She was started a few months afterwards. They are both currently over a year. So Bailey is like a year and 2 months. Braylon is the same as me. We are both 17 months locked, and that is our year so far.